Well, Miss Wilson and I taught fourth grade together for about 6 years. She and Miss Rhodes and I did, and I think that is probably my favorite memories of her, working with her on a team, and enjoyed getting to know her. She was always really eager to share resources with me and kind of mentor me through those years. So I will definitely miss having her here at Madison Elementary.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson is that I never have to wonder what she's thinking. She's really good about communicating what she thinks about things, and I have no questions when I'm through talking with her about what she actually thinks, and I appreciate it.
It was really funny. She was just nice in general.
I liked her jokes, and she was a really good teacher.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson? There's so many good things. I think my favorite thing about Miss Wilson is how welcome she makes everyone feel. What's your favorite thing about Miss Wilson?
I like how she makes science really fun, and she's a really great math teacher. She helped me understand math.
I rather like the sound of that.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson is the passion that she has for her students and for math. She's been a great mentor to me in our years together, and I will always appreciate her, and I will probably be calling her to ask questions about math.
I love how she teaches math, and she really changed my point of view in math. Thank you for your appreciation.
I think she just teaches good math.
What's your favorite thing about Miss Wilson?
She's kind, and she's just like the best math teacher ever. She's reliable, dependable, and I always know she's going to help me if I need help. And I just love her. She's the best. She's really nice, and she's my favorite kind of teacher.
What's yours?
She's really sweet and kind, and she helps me with things about Miss Wilson.
I like when she teaches me math and stuff.
What's yours?
She's funny.
What's your favorite thing about Miss Wilson?
She's kind and sweet. Is that Miss Wilson? I love how she's really nice, and she really changed my point of view on math.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson is probably fun science experiments I get to do and the way she teaches science and math.
I like her because she is a nice teacher. It's fun to do the science experiments with her. It's really fun. I like it.
She is very nice and kind. She helped me understand math really well, and she helped me through a lot of things.
Thank you for your like about Miss Wilson.
Well, she's a really nice teacher, and I don't want her to retire, so that's why I really want her to stay here at the school.
I like how great her hugs are.
Thank you. She's really nice and her science projects are fun.
Well, what some people may not know is that Miss Wilson was my mentor when I first started here at Madison Elementary School. And she helped me when I had no idea how to be a teacher. She helped me with the guidance on how to do that. And she has always been an inspiration to me as an educator because she really has been a great educator over the years and a great friend. And we're really going to miss her.
I always loved how she made jokes and how she was always nice to us.
Oh, when Miss Wilson retires, what I will miss most about her is she always tells it like it is and makes us laugh. And just her funny personality, but most of all, how much she loves all of her students. Y'all are going to miss her, Rain. Yes, me too.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson was she always helped me with math or anything that I needed whenever she could. About Miss Wilson.
My favorite part of Miss Wilson is her teaching lessons. They're really good, and I like the way she teaches. And also, she was very nice.
She's very funny. She's very kind.
Thanks for.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson is that she's always been there for me. We've worked together for many years, and if I need anything, I can always go to her. I'm going to miss her.
I have two Miss Wilson memories. One is when my son Landon was in her class and walking in for open house. And probably one of my most favorite times would have been going to her beach house and having just the best time before school started. So good luck, Miss Wilson. We're going to miss you around here.
Miss Wilson, well, let's see. Well, she's cute, she's sweet, she's giving, she pushes her students. I will tell you one thing. When Nevaeh was in her room,
Nevaeh loved her because she said, you know, I didn't know how to do this, but Miss Wilson showed me. I'm gonna miss her. No, more than that, she's gonna miss us, right?
I guess the thing that I remember the most is that Miss Wilson and I actually were hired at the same time. So we both started teaching here at Madison Elementary at the same time. So we've known each other quite a few years, and it's going to be different without Miss Wilson being here.
Well, actually, Miss Wilson and I met at school here in 1994, and we did our student teaching together at Madison and formed a great friendship. We have been best friends for about 30 years now. So I don't know Madison Elementary without Miss Wilson, and it's going to be different and it's going to be tough, but we can do it.
Best friends all growing up, and she spent so many nights at my house and I spent so many nights at her house. But how did I meet her? I met her in 5th grade, and we both took gymnastics together, and I had to walk home from gymnastics, and her dad came and picked her up, and he drove a truck, and she stopped by. She saw me walking home from gymnastics, and they pulled over and they said, hey, do you need a ride? Do you want us to take you home? And I really didn't know her that well. I mean, I knew she was in my gymnastics class, but I said, yeah, sure, I guess. So we actually got in the back of the truck, because back then you could kind of get in the back of the truck and you could ride. It wasn't far, but yeah. And so her dad took me home in the back of his truck, and we just became best buds right after that. And so that's how I met her, though. We took gymnastics together, and her dad stopped and asked me if I needed a ride home. And then I said, yeah, sure. And then 44 years later, we're still super, super close best friends. How about that?
And you work together.
And we work together, yeah. So it's really nice.
Probably the fact that she has like really fun science experiments, and she's like a second mother.
My favorite part is that she's so helpful and kind, and it's really fun to be with her.
Think about Miss Wilson.
So Miss Wilson is very kind, and she teaches science and math. She's very good at it, and it's fun at her classroom.
Think about Miss Wilson.
My favorite thing is that she's always sweet and kind. She's very helpful.
Think about Miss Wilson.
Well, she's kind, she has a really good teaching skill, and she helps people who don't understand. And she really does it nice and slowly so everyone can understand. The only thing I'm sad about is that she's not going to be here for the next season. She's nice, she's kind, and she's trying. Think about Miss Wilson.
She teaches well.
Miss Wilson. She's good at teaching. Miss Wilson.
She's kind and she helps me with math.
My favorite thing about Miss Wilson. My favorite thing about Miss Wilson is that she teaches math. I love how she was nice and kind and caring for us, and she was a lot of fun.
My favorite part about Miss Wilson is school.
I like her joke.
Memory working with Miss Wilson.
That is a great question, ladies. I have many favorite memories working with Miss Wilson. One thing I really cherish and treasure my time working with Miss Wilson has been her classroom is right down the hallway from my office. So many days when I would arrive in the morning or when I would leave in the afternoon, I would be able to greet her first thing in the morning and also tell her goodbye the last thing of the day. And she always had a smile on her face, and a lot of times we would have a funny story to share or just make a comment to each other, just kind of get the day off to a great start and end the day with a great start too. So many great memories working with Mrs. Wilson and her helping me to start and end my day on a great note.